Hi, I'm Sensei Steve here at Classical Martial Arts of Long Island. And I'd like to talk to you today about something that's kind of an interesting topic, a topic in the martial arts. It's called submission. And submission, we talk about submission fighting. And if you watch things on TV like the UFC or the mixed martial arts, they often do submission fighting. And the way the game can be won is one person's able to get a hold, a position, a choke, a joint lock, some position where the other person needs to submit. Or they may submit because they've been hit, punched, or kicked in a way that they can't continue. And that's often not signaled by the person themselves, but rather by the referee. But let's talk about submission in regards to the classical martial arts, because many of those techniques come out of classical martial arts, whether it's the Chinese styles like Chin-Na and Shuai-Jiao, or the Japanese styles like Jiu-Jitsu or Judo. Well, and submission is part of the game or part of the interaction there. But submission is a very interesting concept, especially when we think about it from the classical East Asian perspective. Submission is the individual acknowledging his or her relationship to the other person. What I mean by that is that if you or I are working together and you get me in a good hold, you get me in a good position, I can't get out. You put me in a position where you could twist my arm or extend my arm or choke me in a way that if I kept going, I could get hurt. Well, then what I have to do is tap, tap, tap and say, yeah, you got me. I submit. Well, the old East Asian saying is there is no dishonor to lose to a worthy opponent. And if I go tap, 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 I go, oh, you got me. It's checkmate. Well, sometimes in the martial arts, sometimes in any kind of submission fighting, the person who submits somehow feels bad. Well, they want to win, of course. They don't want to get caught, of course. But they shouldn't feel bad. Why? I've never met a chess player who feels bad for a long time after getting checkmated. They say, oh, I lost that game. I should have made a different move. Ah, you got me. Let's play again. And that's what they do. And that, in the classical mindset, is what we need to do if we do submission games, submission fighting, where you caught me, you got me. Okay, let's play again. Because right there, we wound up at a situation where I realized the relationship between us was such that you wound up in a hierarchically better position. That doesn't make you a hierarchically better person. It doesn't make you a worse person, but it doesn't make you a better person. It doesn't make me a worse person. It just means that avenue of movement, that ergonomic relationship, was one that became inert, unmoving, became still. And I'm dead-ended. I'm caught. Okay, let's do it again. And now I learned how not to go down that angle, how not to go down that way. So one of my teachers, Nikura Katsumi, great martial artist, he would often, when we were training with us, he would say, put on your best hold. Put your best hold on. And we try to put our best hold. And we get him in position. And he'd go, oh, and he would try to get out. Sometimes he could, sometimes he couldn't pull the escape, but he'd be like, oh, okay. And then I remember one day, one of the students was like, well, I think Sensei's getting old. I think we got him. And we never thought he heard something like that, but he heard everything. And one day he goes, okay, today's competition training. And we had no chance. He took us, rolled us around, smoked us. Why? He knew all our best holds. He knew which ones he could get out of. He knew which ones he couldn't. He knew how we set it up. He knew how we came at it. He knew which side we could do it better. We had given him our whole game. And he knew what to avoid, what dead end he couldn't turn around in. He knew exactly what to do. And so he was able to submit pretty much all of us. Right? And it was a lesson for all of us to say, oh, training and practicing and learning is something where when you go down a dead end and you stop, you submit to the relationship of the material dynamic. You submit to what happened and you say, oh, I got it. That didn't work. Tap, tap, tap. I submit to it. It's inert. I must change my perspective. I got to learn. That's amazingly powerful. It's the same thing in math. You do the math question wrong, you do it wrong, the teacher shows you, you got it wrong. Yeah, you feel bad, you want to get it right. But, you submit to the fact that that wasn't the way to do it. And you change your game plan. So that's a little bit of traditional wisdom, classical understanding of submission being a tool of improvement. Where you get to the dead end and you know, oh, I can't get out of here. How do I turn around? Right? So hopefully that was interesting. Hopefully you found that thought-provoking. I hope so. Right? If you want, come down, work with us here at Classical Martial Arts. Come to our classes where you can learn some of those submissions, whether in our Japanese curriculum or our Chinese curriculum, where you can learn that and you can experience that and you can embody that point of view. All right? So have a great day. Hope to see you on the mat. All right? Thank you so much. Domo arigatou gozaimasu.